So today we are doing the single crochet and the half double crochet. So we're going to practice some techniques, and I'm going to show you, I'll share with you some videos that will help you to get started with a few simple projects. You can pretty much make anything with these two techniques. And so last time we talked about tying a knot, or making a slip knot, and making our foundation chains. So I'm going to show you, remember I tie mine like a knot, so I loop it like it's a shoestring, and then I'm going to make it like a double knot, and I still have enough room to move up and down. But if you prefer the slip knot, you're going to take your fingers, wrap it around your fingers, and then make a bunny ear. Go on top, push it around and underneath your string, grab that loop, take your fingers out, and you're going to pull that until your knot's closed. So now you are able to adjust your knot to the size you need. So if you like this method, that's fine too. But I'm going to choose my knot. I like it to stay. Alright, so we're going to first start with our chain stitch we learned last class, and then we're going to look at the single crochet. So wrap your yarn around your finger, and go ahead and take that middle finger and that thumb and grab your knot. So remember, when you yarn over, you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook onto it, and you're going to pull through your loop. So that counts as the first chain. So wrap your yarn around your hook and pull through. So I don't wrap my yarn, I just hook my yarn and pull through. But whatever you want to do. So if you wrap it, just stick your needle underneath it and turn so it faces the table and pull it through. So stick your needle underneath, turn so it faces the table, and pull it through. We're going to do this 10 times total. So far we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I like to count the side that's braided. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're working on 10 chains. So I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to just do all one technique for you. So stick it under, wrap, by turning it down to the table, make sure it's facing down, pull through, that's 1. Under the yarn, turn your needle all the way down, that's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 9, 10. So then you can see one side looks braided and the other side looks like it has little bumps here. So try to count yours. Make sure there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to try to make our first single crochet row. We don't want to go into the first loop we see because that's actually part of our loop that's on our hook. So we're going to go to the first empty braid. So not this one. We're going to go here. So we're going to stick our needle into that first open braid. So you have your loop and your chain stitch on your hook. What you're going to do is you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook and you're going to pull it through your chain spot. I don't usually wrap. So when I wrap this, I want it to face to my table or like at a diagonal kind of toward me, toward my table. So it's going to pull through this easily and not get stuck. So now I have 2 stitches on here. My original loop and the loop I just made from pulling through that chain. So now what you're going to do is you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook and you're going to pull through both of those stitches, making sure that your needle is pointing down toward the table so you can get through. That's your first single crochet. It's going to look weird. Probably won't look like anything much until you get through the rest of them. So you're going to go into your next empty space by just sticking your needle in there. And you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook. And you're going to slide through the chain of that wrapped piece. So now you have 2 loops on. You're going to then wrap your yarn around your hook again. And you're going to pull through both of those loops. There's your next single. Just stick it into the braid. Wrap your yarn around your hook. And pull through. So you have 2 loops on. You're going to wrap your yarn around your hook again. Make sure the needle's facing down and you're sliding through both of those loops. Stick it into the next braid. So remember when you're looking for your spots, they're going to be like little open little loops here. Get your yarn and pull it through your chain. So you have 2 loops on. And then pull it through both of those. So remember, you always hook your yarn so you can pull through the loops. So we go into our next open space, which is our next little braid right here. Nothing's in there. Wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through. So we have 2 on. Wrap your yarn around your hook and pull through both. Stick it into the braid. Yarn over, or wrap your yarn around your hook. Pull it through your chain. 2 stitches are on here. Pull through both. Next opening right here. So you can see we've already gone into this spot right here. So we want to go here. Yarn over and pull through your chain. Yarn over and pull through both. Going into our next opening, yarn over and pull through. So you have 2 on, pull through both. and this is my last spot. So once you get to the end, you'll see that it looks like a little, it's a little thicker. At the top you can see like a distinctive braid, and you should be able to count these. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 9 is the right number because we skipped our first spot, so that made it so it was taller here for us. So now we have to build our row. So we're going to chain 1. So you hook your yarn and you just simply pull it through your loop. And then I want you to turn around. So you're going to be working down your row. So if you're left-handed, you turn your work around so it's working to your right hand. If you're right-handed, you've turned your work around so you're working towards your left hand. You're always going down. So I'm left-handed, so I'm going to switch back over here. So we have already chained 1, and we're going to put our single crochet into our space, the first space, so it's underneath this little braid. So I stick my needle in front of my work. You right-handed probably will go back in the back of your work. You're going to hook your yarn and pull it through the front. So then you have 2 loops on. You're going to wrap around your hook and pull it through both of those loops. So find which way works for you. Sometimes it depends on how you hold the needle and stuff. So if you're sticking your needle through the front of the work going away from you, then you're going to hook that yarn going in the back. You're going to pull it in toward the front. So you still have 2 loops on, and you're going to pull through both. So if you're going in the back and it's coming at you, you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through that spot. So you have 2 loops on, always only just 2 here, and you're going to pull through both. So choose which way works best for you. I've always just gone away from myself. And I wrap my yarn around my hook and pull it through. So when you're looking for your spots, there are the spaces, and are right below the 2 little things that look like a braid. So you go underneath both of those, and you're going to hook it on and pull through, and pull through both. So you're going to stick it underneath, pull through both. Under my braid, hook my yarn, pull through both. So here's my next spot. I know because it's empty here, and I'm going underneath my braid. And my last spot is going to be my last braid that I see. So here's this braid. Pull it through and pull through both. So each time you go to the end of the row, you should go back and count your braids. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So remember, when we're counting the braids, we're counting these that look like they're like little V's. And you can count just one side of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you want to chain 1, so pull through the loop, and then turn yourself around so you're working away from your hand. So you always go into the first braid, just stick your needle right underneath that first braid. Wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through. Pull through both. Next spot. So we know it's the next spot because it's empty. You stick your finger through that hole and you know it's there. Wrap your yarn around your hook and pull through. Next spot, underneath this braid. Wrap, pull through both. Pull through the braid, wrap, and pull through both loops. Stick it into the braid, wrap, and pull through the braid. So you have 2 loops on, pull through both. So you always want to hook your yarn and pull through. Wrap your yarn and pull through. Wrap your yarn and pull through both of your loops. If you lose a loop, so like I just lost this loop, you just go ahead and put it back on. And you're going to hook your yarn and pull it through. So we're going to do this every single time. So these are single crochets. So far we've done 2 rows. And we have 9 stitches in each row. So every single time you're done, you want to sit here and count them. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is a single crochet. It's one of the tightest stitches you can do. Very tight. Nice for dishcloths. And if you want really thick hats and things like that. So we're going to do the half double crochet now. So this time at the end of your row, I want you to chain 2. So wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through your chain. Wrap your yarn around your hook and pull it through again. So we've got 2. Turn yourself around. So you're working away from your hand or away from your needle. This time we have to wrap our yarn before we go into the chain spot or your stitch. So we're going to wrap our yarn around our hook. I wrap it around my hook and my yarn's like at me. So I take my needle and I stick it from back to front. So my needle's coming at me too. So then I hook my yarn and pull it through. So I have 3 loops on. I always want 3 for a half double. And you're going to hook your yarn and pull it through the first loop. So then you have 3 loops on still. Wrap your yarn around the hook and pull it through all 3 of those. That's a half double crochet. So let's try it again. Wrap your yarn around your hook. Just take your needle, turn. If you can't get it to wrap, you're probably holding your yarn too tight. So I go above my needle, under and at me. Take my needle and go from back to front, so it's pointing at me too. Grab my yarn and pull through my stitch. So I have 3 loops on. Hook and pull through the first loop. Hook and pull through all 3. So let's say you don't wrap this way. So you don't wrap, high wrap. So I wrap above my needle, under my needle, at me, and then I go behind the work. Let's say if you wrap, you're taking your needle, your yarn, and you're going to the back of your needle, towards you, and then away. You want to go in the front of your work. So whichever way your yarn's facing, you go in that direction. So your needle's going to face the direction your yarn's facing, so you can easily wrap it around your hook and slide it through your braid. So when you have 3 on, you're going to pull through that first loop, and you're going to hook your yarn and pull through all 3 of them. So wrap your yarn around your hook, put it into your braid, hook your yarn, and pull through. So you should have 3 loops on before you finish the stitch. You're going to wrap your yarn around your hook and pull through the first spot. So you have 3 on, and pull through all 3. Wrap your yarn around your hook, put it through your space, hook your yarn and pull through. So you have 3 stitches on here. Pull through your loop, and then pull through all 3. Wrap your yarn around your hook, put it into this stitch, hook your yarn and pull through that braid. So you have 3 loops. Wrap and pull through the first one, wrap and pull through all 3. Hook your yarn, pull through your stitch, so you have 3. Wrap and pull through the first loop, wrap and pull through all 3. Wrap your yarn, find your next stitch. So remember, they're the next holes and you haven't went into them. Hook it and pull through. Pull through 1, pull through all 3. Wrap your yarn, stick into the next spot, pull through 1, pull through all 3. Again, when you're counting these, you should be counting 9. So it's easiest to count when you look at the top of the work. There's another way you can do it. So here we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or these are called posts. So here's my chain 2 post for the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you're chain 2 post and you're half doubles, so you should see 9 total. If you're just counting the ones you've made, not counting this chain spot, you'd see this is your first post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then, once you get this half double row done, you'll hook your yarn and pull through 1, hook your yarn and pull through 2. Turn around. We're going to wrap our yarn around our hook and insert it into our first braid spot right here. So we go underneath those 2 little strands, and you're going to hook your yarn and pull it through those 2. So you have 3 on. Hook your yarn and pull through the first loop, and hook your yarn and pull through all 3. Then wrap your yarn around your hook, stick it underneath your braid, hook your yarn and pull through. So you have 1, and then pull through all 3. So here's our next spot right here. We just want to go under that braid. So wrap, and then we're going right underneath it there. Hook your yarn and pull through the, hook your yarn and pull through the first loop, and hook your yarn, remember, if you can't get it to wrap around your hook, you're holding your yarn too tight, and then pull through. Wrap your yarn around your hook, stick it into your stitch, hook your yarn and pull through your braid, hook your yarn and pull through the first stitch, and pull through all 3 loops. Wrap, go into your next braid, pull through, hook and pull through 1, pull through all 3. Here's our next braid. Wrap our yarn, put it into our stitch, hook your yarn and pull through, hook your yarn and pull through 1, hook your yarn and pull through all 3. Wrap into your next stitch underneath both those little braids right there. Pull through, hook and pull through 1, pull through all 3. Next spot, wrap, put it into the next spot, hook and pull through 1, pull through all 3. Wrap, pull through 1, pull through all 3. So far, we've done a couple different stitches here. We made our chain row. We did 2 rows of single crochets. And then these bigger rows right here are our half doubles. Remember, you can count them by their posts. So we never count this first piece because that's our chain. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you happen to count the chain, you should have 10. So if you want to move on to the next row, you're going to hook your yarn and you're going to pull through that stitch, hook your yarn, and pull through that stitch. So you're going to chain 2, and then you'll turn around. So I'm going to give you some helpful videos of some projects that you can do, like a dishcloth and a couple other things like that, like even a scarf. And I'll reference you to some right-handed people too. And so if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to send me a video on our classroom page, go directly to the class page on OutSchool, and you should be able to attach any picture or video from there. But you can't go directly through email, so you have to go to the OutSchool website and you can load it from there. So let me know if you have any questions. Today you were chain stitching, single crocheting, and half double crocheting. So that's all I have for you for today. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.